Ingles is making it possible for you to experience some of the world's most iconic recipes right from your own kitchen. Follow along with our team of Ingles Table All-Stars as they recreate dishes that have made these flavors world famous. We research the history behind each recipe and prepare them exactly as intended. Now, Jasmin Queen takes us to the Windy City for the Chicago Italian Beef Sandwich.
If you've been binging The Bear and have a hankering for some Chicago Italian beef, I've got news for you. It's going to take a couple of days. You start with a meat prep a couple of days ahead of time, creating this nice salty brine. When it's time for cooking, you start by firing up the oven to 325 and preheating a big, heavy bottom pan on the stovetop on high. Then mixing all your spices into one big bowl. We're talking celery salt, basil, oregano, and about 10 other guys you can find on the website. Just don't put that bay leaf in yet and get it all fully combined. Then it's time to sear. Add a high heat oil like avocado oil and sear the beef, or as they say in Chicago, the beef, on all sides, giving it a few minutes on each side so it browns the meat all the way around. Turn off the heat and set the meat off to the side. Next, we're going to use that pan to make our sauce. Add your butter and let it melt and stir it in, picking up the fond. Then add your spice mixture. Get all that combined and let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes. Then fire up the heat to medium-low and let it all cook together for another 1 to 2 minutes. Then we bring back the beef and get it totally coated in that spicy brown butter. Once we're coated, pour in the stock and add your bay leaf. Dial up the heat and get everything to a simmer. Then we transfer the pan to our preheated oven. You want to cook it uncovered until the internal temperature comes up to 195, about 3 to 3.5 hours. Then remove it from the heat and let it cool for an hour, and then place it in the fridge. The internal temperature needs to be 40 degrees if you want to be able to slice it. Good news is, I've got a cool hunk of beef right here. Sandwich time! While you're slicing the meat as thin as possible, put the au jus back on the stove and bring it up to a simmer on medium heat. Slice against the grain until you get the whole roast. Did I mention this recipe takes time? Add small handfuls of the meat into the au jus and cook on medium-low in the broth mixture for about 10 minutes to heat and flavor the beef. This sandwich first took off in Chicago in the 1920s. Italian immigrants faced a lot of discrimination in those days, so they had to make do with some of the worst cuts of beef. They used old world methods like braising and simmering to make the best of a bad situation. Turns out they made a heck of a sandwich in the process that the rest of the Windy City absolutely loved. And that's the Ingles Real Deal Chicago Italian Beef Sandwich. Good things come to those who wait.